man answers the phone in the locker room. Man answers the phone in the locker room. There is no worse sickness for the soul, oh you who are proud, than this pretense of perfection. Proverbs 13:7. There is one who pretends to be rich, but has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, but has great wealth. A mobile phone on a bench rings, and a man puts the phone on speaker and begins to speak as he puts on his golf shoes. Everyone else in the room stops to listen. So now the phone is on loudspeaker. The man says, hello. The woman says, Annie, it's me. Are you at the club? The man says, yes. I'm at the mall now and found this beautiful leather coat. It's only $1,200 right now, down from $1,900. Is it okay if I buy it? The man says, sure, go ahead if you like it that much. The woman says, oh, thanks so very much. I also stopped by the Mercedes garage this morning and saw the new models. There was one that I really liked. The man says, how much? Says $80,000. Says, okay, but for that price, I want it with all the optional extras. The woman says, great. Oh, and one more thing. The house that we looked at last year is back on the market. They are asking for $1.5 million. The man says, well then, go ahead and make them an offer, but not more than $1.25 million. The woman says, wow, great. I'll see you later. I love you. The man says, love you too. Bye. Now here is the summary of the story. So that the man hangs up. The other men in the locker room are looking at him in absolute astonishment. Then he smiles and asks, anyone knows whose phone this is? Anyone knows whose phone this is? So it meant that the phone was not for him. Put it on loudspeaker and gave all those approvals to the woman, just to show to the other people there that he's a big man. Perhaps he doesn't even own a phone. But look at the big things this man was saying. So we are living in an impressionistic world. Most of the lifestyles we see, especially on the social media and the social platform, are sham and at best a hoax. He who has a mind to do mischief will always find a pretense. And so understand that the things we see, many of them are nice. They are makeup. So don't let anybody put pressure on you, my young ladies. Don't let anybody stress you. The things we see and we hear and we watch, many are false. Fight your way inside the work just to pose and make an impression. So the little you have, you are not content because you feel that how come this person's wife does this and this person's husband does this, but for me they don't do for me, and always there is room for comparison. And you are worrying yourself because I'm telling you, they are false, they are lies. They are lies. And his boyfriend did this for him, and then they are lies. The things people are doing to show off. Some there are people who go and rent 4x4 to just go and chase girls and make an impression. People do it to go and sign contracts. So when the person is in that car and he gets down with rented shoes and suits and things like that, and you are overly around, you don't know what to do because you see the way she doesn't know, but you see the other gentleman trekking and he has shown you who he really is, and you don't like that one because you want a bewa, you don't want the baby. You have issues. Washington Irving said, "It is not poverty so much as pretense that harasses a ruined man." So what really harasses a ruined man is not poverty. It is pretense. Because it is a life he cannot maintain. The struggle between a proud mind and an empty purse. So the person is proud, yet he has an empty purse. So he must project himself to be what he is not. You will always be harassed because you can't continue to sponsor that kind of lifestyle. The keeping up of a hollow show that must soon come to an end. People pretend to be other people because they have never thought of their true selves. If you know who you really are, that you were made in the image, the likeness, and the similitude of God, you will not desire to be like another. If there is anything you would want to compete with, it is to compete with your old self, that I want to be better than how I was yesterday, that I want to have added value to myself, and not to be comparing yourself with another. Bible says, comparing ourselves with ourselves, we are not wise. And as many people speak, many people live above their means. Many people do a lot of things that bring them shame at the end of the day, and bring shame to their family and to the God they serve. But remember, no one can long hide behind the mask. The pretense soon lapses into their true character. In 2022, I admonish you, don't allow anybody to give you unnecessary pressure to live a life you do not have capacity for. Don't allow anybody. Don't allow anybody to stress you to do what you cannot afford. Somebody has bought a new suit and you have your old one that is not too faded, and you can send to laundry and make it neat and presentable. Go ahead with it. Don't let anybody, this one has bought a new car, I must buy one. This one is building, I must build. This one is doing this. If you get them, they are good. But if you don't have what it takes to do it, you become a thief. And when a thief is caught, he will be made to return it 7 times. The shame you bring to your family, to the work you do, to your children, to God himself. Please, let's be mindful and tell ourselves that in 2022, we will live a life we can afford, and trust God that in his own time, he will lift us up to have more than enough to live that life we desire one day. Say amen to that. Amen.